Hello dear students, welcome back to another session here at Vidwath Academics. I am your maths tutor Chaitra. In previous class we have discussed about the exercise problems and today we will see the multiplication of integers. Let's start it. Multiplication of integers, multiplication of a positive and a negative number. I will give you an example for this. If I add minus 2 plus minus 2 plus minus 2. That is, I have added minus 2 4 times, right? I can also write this as 4 times minus 2, which is equal to, plus into minus is minus 8. So, 4 into minus 2, I'll assume 4 as x and minus 2 as minus y, which will give you minus x into y. That is, minus into plus will give you minus x into y. And if I take this as minus 4 into 2 and assume this as minus x and 2 as y, which will give you minus x into y. And now I'll write this as x into minus y is equal to minus x into y is equal to minus x into y. Therefore, the multiplication of a positive integer and a negative integer will give you a negative result. Next, multiplication of two negative integers. If I take two negative integers, say minus 1 and minus 2, and multiply them, that is minus 1 into minus 2 is equal to 2. Okay. And if I assume this as minus x, minus 1 as minus x and minus 2 as minus y and multiply them, that is minus x into minus y, which is equal to minus into minus is plus x into y. So I can say that if you multiply two negative integers, the result will be the positive integer. Next, the product of 3 or more negative integers. I will take 3 negative integers, that is minus 1, minus 2 and minus 3 and multiply them. That is minus 1 into minus 2 into minus 3. Minus 1 into minus 2 will give you plus 2 into minus 3, which is equal to 2 into minus 3, which is nothing but minus 6. So, if I take 4 negative integers, that is minus 1, minus 2, minus 3 and minus 4 and multiply them, minus 1 into minus 2 into minus 3 into minus 4, which is equal to minus into minus plus 1 into 2 is 2, and now we'll multiply this. Minus into minus is plus, 3 into 4 is 12. 12 2s are 24. So, we can observe that if you multiply 3 negative integers, we'll get the result in negative. And if you multiply 4 negative integers, we get the result in positive. So, I can say that if you multiply the odd negative integers, the result will be a negative integer. And if you multiply the even negative integers, we get the result in positive. Next is the properties of multiplication of integers. Under that, closure under multiplication. For example, if minus 1 and minus 2 are two integers, and if we multiply those integers, we should get another integer, which is equal to minus 1 into minus 2 will give you plus 2, which is an integer, right? So, if I assume minus 1 as x and minus 2 as y, and x and y are two integers, and if I multiply those two integers, I should get another integer. We got 2. So, in general, for any two integers x and y, we can say x into y is also an integer. Therefore, integers are closed under multiplication. Next, commutativity of multiplication. Here we take two integers, maybe a negative integer or positive integer, -1 and 2, and multiply them. -1 into 2, we should get a integer which is equal to -2. So if I assume this -1 as x and 2 as y and multiply them, x into y, which is equal to -2, right? Now I'll interchange these integers, that is y into x, which is equal to y is 2 into what is x? -1, which is equal to 2 into -1, which is -2. It is also a negative integer or an integer. So you can say that x into y is -2, y into x is -2. So if you interchange the numbers or the digits or the integers, you get the same answer, right? So x into y is equal to y into x. So I can say that in general, for any two integers x and y, we can say x into y is equal to y into x. Therefore, integers are commutative under multiplication. Next, multiplication by 0. Here, if we multiply any integer with a 0 or by a 0, we'll get 0 only. We'll see that. That is, if any integer x is multiplied with 0, or if 0 is multiplied with the integer, we get 0. And if I take an example, say -1 into 0 or 0 into -1, which is equal to 0. So if you multiply 0 with any integer, you will get 0 only. So in general, for any integer x, we say that x into 0 is equal to 0 into x, which is equal to 0. Therefore, we can say that if you multiply any integer, we get 0 with 0, right? Multiplicative identity, that is, if any integer is multiplied with 1 or if 1 is multiplied with any integer, we get the integer. So, if x is multiplied with 1, say x is any integer, and 1 is multiplied with x, which is equal to x, that is, we get the same integer which we have taken here. I'll give you an example. Say 2. 2 into 1 or 1 into 2 will give you 2 itself, right? Or 2 only. So we can say that 1 is the multiplicative identity. So in general, for any integer x, we can say x into 1 is equal to 1 into x is equal to x. Thus, 1 is the multiplicative identity for integers. Next is the associativity for multiplication. Here we take two integers, okay? No, we take three integers, that is -1, -2 and -3, and assume -1 as x, -2 as y and -3 as z. So, if I take this as x into y into z, which is equal to x into y into z, and group them. I'll group x and y here, y and z here. Now we'll substitute the integers here. That is -1 into -2 into -3, which is equal to -1 into -2 into -3. So we'll solve this. -1 into minus is plus, 3 2s are 6, which is equal to minus into minus is plus, 1 2s are 2 into -3. So -1 into 6 is -6, which is equal to 2 into -3 is -6. So they are equal. So in general, I can say that for any three integers x, y and z, the associativity holds, and even if you change the group, the result will not change. Therefore, multiplication is associative for integers. Next is the distributive property. Distributive property of multiplication of integers over addition. So, we will take 3 integers, say -1, 2 and 3, and I will assume -1 as x, 2 as y and 3 as z. And now I will write x into y plus z is equal to x into y plus x into z. That is, we are multiplying x with y plus x with z. Now we will substitute the integers. -1 into what is y? 2 plus what is that? 3, which is equal to x is -1 into what is y? 2 plus x is -1 into what is that? 3. Right. Now we will solve this. So -1 into here inside the bracket we have the addition. So we will add that. So 3 plus 2 is 5, which is equal to -1 into 2 is -2 plus -1 into -3. -1 into 3 is -3. So -1 into 5 will give you -5, which is equal to -2 plus -3, that is -2 -3 plus into minus is minus. So we will take it as -3. Then here -5 is equal to -5. So both the sides are equal. So I can say that the distributive property holds, or in general, for any 3 integers x, y and z, we can say that the distributive property holds, or x into y plus z is equal to x into y plus x into z. Therefore, distributive property of multiplication of integers over addition holds. Next, distributive property of multiplication of integers over subtraction. So, we take 3 integers -1, 2 and 3 and assume -1 as x, 2 as y and 3 as z. And now we write x into y minus z is equal to x into y minus x into z. And now we substitute the integers. That is, x is minus y into what is y? 2 minus z is 3, which is equal to x is -1 into y is 2 minus x is -1 into z is 3. Now we will solve this. So -1 into 2 minus 3 is -1, which is equal to -1 into 2 is -2 minus of -1 into 3 is -3. So -1 into -1 will give you 1, which is equal to -2 minus into minus is plus 3, which is equal to, that is 1 is equal to 1. So I can say that the distributive property of multiplication of integers over subtraction holds. So in general, for any 3 integers x, y and z, we can say x into y minus z is equal to x into y minus x into z. Therefore, the distributive property of multiplication of integers over subtraction holds. And that is all for today. I hope you like the session. For more videos, do subscribe Vidwath app and also share with your friends. You can follow us on these social medias. See you in the next session.